everybody. Welcome Tuesday. I have a special guest today. Dun, da, da, da. My son James is here with us today, looking all cool. And so, welcome. And are you ready to ramble? Yes, I hope so. There's Chalet in the house. Chalet in the house. Good morning for you in Florida. It's good evening for me, 9 p.m. in Cambodia. And so hopefully my mom will also. Hey, James, Chalet says.
Hi.
You want to introduce yourself to everybody?
I'm James.
Yep. So he's been living here in Cambodia as well. And on his own. He's an adult, so it's nice to have him over. We had dinner tonight. I fixed some split pea soup. We had some bacon crumbles, some cheese, some French onions in there. So we each had half of a sliced bagel with it. So that was okay. And I boiled it for a long time to get it nice and thick, and it boiled for so long it was so hot. He ate his right down the hatch, you know.
Hungry.
And he's still hungry. I told him he could have some oatmeal when we're done here. And so lots of stuff going on around the world. Obviously, there's Israel and Palestine having issues. Official war declared going on. I noticed, I think there was an earthquake in Afghanistan as well. I just looked up the news. Let me see here. No, we'll do this one. And I think 2000. Yeah, I still haven't been able to put my contacts in for crying. Oh, over everything happening. And yeah, it's pretty bad. Also share audio. Okay. So I was gonna see if there was anything about Afghanistan still here. Oh, there you go. UN pledges $5 million as Afghanistan earthquake death toll approaches 2,500. So there were like 2,000. The number 2,000 was coming up with Lahaina in Hawaii with the fires. Of course, that was never confirmed, but initially, residents and initial reports, 2,000 people missing. And then do you guys remember there was a flood also just a couple of weeks ago? And it was like 2,000 people. Then there was something in Turkey and it was like 2,000 people. It's like everything is like 2,000 people. Seeing people, women, children being taken away, God only knows. Yes, exactly. James, I asked him if he knew about this, and he didn't even know that there was a war going on. I'm just wondering if I could. Dozens of foreigners killed, abducted, reported missing. I've been there. This is. Remember my photo stories about Paris, and I said I had to walk up that big hill, and I was like dying. This is the area where I was standing in between these. I don't know if it's like art things or something. I don't know. Does it have any pictures of these people taken? No. So here's like the paragliders. I was telling my son about the paragliders had come in to this music festival. And then there's like this guy is the boyfriend that they're holding back from this girl that they took on the motorcycle, and I believe she was later seen dead in the back of the pickup truck. I don't know. You know what though? I mean, I hate to say it, but I mean, it almost looks like she's smiling. I hate to say that, as I'm sure this was absolutely horrific. But I don't know, whatever. Oh, this is the music festival afterward. Okay. Israeli party goers seen dancing in the desert before fleeing. And then these are all bodies piled up. Oh, that's pretty awesome. I mean, horrific. What else are you saying? Horrific. How people can be so cruel, I will never know. They dragged a dead woman through the streets. Yes, exactly. And I'm not sure if it was that one we just looked at or somebody else. Um, James, you should scoot over so that you're over here. No, the other way. The other way. Yeah. Okay. Well, I can stop sharing the screen. Can't even stand seeing my grandchild cry over not getting a cookie. I know. That's true. I always cry a lot, like in even television commercials or something, you know. I can cry easily. I can feel empathy. I don't know that, you know, I would call myself an empath or anything like that, but I definitely have empathy easily. So, James, what's going on with you? What's happening in Phnom Penh? Mm-hmm.
Nothing. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. What did you think of dinner?
I heard something. Was it? Something to do with about like the economy getting worse out here,
The economy getting worse out here?
which I don't think is true. 'Cause I only see it getting better than what it was. But
Mm.
I think Matt was saying something about that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, like, kind of street level, day to day, people, local Cambodians seem to be just going on as normal. You're saying? Okay. And I think what your friend Matt was talking about was that businesses uh, are having a lot harder time right
Yeah,
now.
probably. Yeah, foreigners are. Yeah.
Yeah, like, you know, and so even our company is affected with marketing because if the
Oh, that's right. It was Cecile that was saying that.
Cecile was saying it, mm, you know, last week.
When
Yeah.
we were over there.
Well, and I think Cecile was talking too about the construction and like all the condominiums and that all the banks have done loans, and if people default on their loans, then the banks could collapse. Uh, did I make exorcist soup? Yes. Too scary to travel. I wouldn't travel right now. And you also said, oh, yes, I can't lose it today. I cried so much yesterday. I had to get it out. I couldn't help it. I sobbed. Yeah. You know, sometimes something that we see in the news just grabs you. I think partly that's why the true crime community even um, gets hooked on certain cases because something connected with them, and so they don't want to let it go until they know that it's resolved and that justice has been served. And if it doesn't look like there's any justice, then they keep digging and they keep looking for answers. You know, it was the little children crying. Yeah, for sure. A lot of horrific images. I mean, I spent maybe an hour, maybe two, looking at everything, and and then that was it. You know, it's like, okay, I'm going to bed now. I'm going to read and get my mind off of this. Uh, but yeah, we have to deal with things like this. And then, so is it World War III going to happen? Is this their 9/11? Um, I think that the politicians are definitely prepared to use, you know, never let a good crisis go to waste kind of thing, right? And it would not surprise me if they try to bring Iran into this or blame Iran somehow. There's already been some undercurrent in like the mainstream media mentioning Iran, because remember those CIA documents had like 5 countries left that they had to take care of, and it was like Libya and Tunisia and Egypt or whatever, right? And then there was like the last 2 were North Korea, well, Syria, and which they didn't get rid of the guy there, but they certainly destroyed the country with the years of war that happened there. And so Iran and North Korea are the 2 that are left. Biden will do anything to screw us up, and people need to wake up. Oh, your cats are looking at you like, what the heck? Oh, yesterday when you were crying, because cats are definitely empathetic, sympathetic, uh, em- emphatic wouldn't be the right word. Empathetic and sympathetic. You know, a video a video of Biden kicking his dog. Oh my God. Well, I did see in the news about that there were so many incidents of not only the current dog, but the previous dog biting his Secret Service agents. And not not in a normal way. It's not like they were trained for a threat and they felt threat, so they attacked. It wasn't like that. It was like they were just being aggressive, right? And no wonder if he's kicking his dog. Oh gosh, I didn't see that video. The dog was treated like crap. No wonder it's been crying out for help. Exactly. Oh my gosh. And if he's kicking dogs, what's he doing? No wonder Hunter's like all messed up, you know. And then his other son died. I don't remember the circumstances about that though. I don't know. I think though his wife must have. This is his second wife though, right? Was she the babysitter or something? Was she the nanny? Did I hear some kind of rumor about that? The Benny show. Cancer. His first wife died of cancer. Oh, his son died of cancer. His other son. Yeah. Yeah. So that's all messed up. I don't know what's going on, but it just seems like, even in the Bible, it talks about the last days. It would be like birth pains, and what happens with birth pains, the contractions get faster and closer together, and they get um, stronger and stronger. And we do see that, and we're seeing more earthquakes, more volcanoes, more fires. We're seeing wars and rumors of war. Um, you know, that'll tell you. So, what do you think, James? Do you think we're coming to the end times or no?
No.
No, it's just a normal cycle of humanity
Mhm.
always trying to kill each other.
Mhm.
A lot of people are just evil, yeah.
Yeah.
We're seeing pure debauchery for sure. One of the things that I brought up to my friend Bob is that I came across a video about Bud Light and the Dylan Mulvaney stuff and everything. And it's like, why wouldn't they back down, even though they were losing like billions of dollars through boycotting? And they just would not back down. Well, we hear about like social credit scores and things like this that China already does, and that, it would be implemented here as well. And well, they're already being, all the big companies and businesses are being pushed into what are called ESG scores. And let me look that up real quick for you. Share my screen. Here, wait. First, let me change it to that one. Might be better. Okay. ESG scores for business, because businesses work on here we can see that. Let me see. I'm gonna, oh no, if I open the image in a new tab, that wouldn't work, because then you're not going to see it. You only see this tab. All right, you can let me look and see how it this is. Okay, you can see all of this fine. Let me hide the current comment. Your social credit scores crap. It'll come like a thief in the night. Yes, yes, when it is the end times. So if you look here on the screen, an ESG score, this businesses are not getting their loans, like business loans, and they're always on this revolving credit. That's the way, like, these big corporations, these multi-billion-dollar corporations work on credit. And so the E is environmental, the S is social, and the G is governance. So so Bud Light, Anheuser-Busch had to hire these people that did these campaigns so that they would have their credit score, and they figured, they were betting that, okay, we'll lose some of our fan base, we'll lose some of our loyal customers, but we'll have our credit score. They did not, I don't think they anticipated um, that they would have the boycott and the backlash that they did, but they couldn't back down. They had to stick to their guns on it. I mean, no, and they made a weaselly apology, trying to appease everybody without damaging their ESG score. But this is why everybody has their wokeness going on. Because not woke. Oh, your social credit score is crap because you're not woke. Exactly. Uh, was it you, James, that I said something about social? I can't do that because one of these. Oh, the SIM card. So here in Cambodia, your SIM cards are not locked in your phone. You can change your own SIM cards all the time. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, in the US now.
Oh, he says you can do that in the U.S. now. I remember when you couldn't, that everything was locked. And anyway, so phones end up being like currency. You just take them to the pawn shop or something, or just sell it, and then you got $20, $30, or whatever you need. And so you take out your SIM card, and or sometimes your phone might get stolen or whatever. And so a couple of weeks ago, I have James's SIM card in my name, so that if he loses it or it gets stolen, then I can go replace the SIM card with the same number on it. And I did it just less than 2 weeks ago, and then we had to go back today again to get another one. And I'm like, James, I don't know if they have social credit scores here yet, but if they do, you got to stop losing these SIM cards. If you lose the phone, you pawn it or something, you take the SIM card out first, right? Because they're going to think I'm irresponsible and always losing my SIM card and having to get a new SIM card made, or programmed or whatever. But so far, this does not. We don't, in Cambodia, we don't have social credit scores yet. But screw that. Yeah. But one of these days, you never know. Never know what's going to happen. I mean, because really, when I look at Revelation and the end times, I see that it's already talking about like a new world. The new world order is like already in place. So the end times don't, to me, the end times don't usher in the one world order. The one world order will be here, and then who knows how long it will have been here when the end time starts. It's just that it's there when it starts, that it already exists, I think. but I draw the line on transhumanism and installing anything inside of me. What about you, James? If the government said you can't eat, you can't have money, you can't have a job, all this, like, unless you get a chip or whatever, would you get it, or would you say hell no
And die.
and die, or just try to
Hmm.
live off the grid? Try.
I do a lot of shit I don't want to do because I have to do it
Mm,
in
yeah.
order to do things. Like like signing up for Pass App.
Mm-hmm.
You have to put your phone number in now. I never put my phone number in before.
Mm. Pass app is like Uber. It's a taxi app.
And
Hope you're not
back
here
when
for it.
back when COVID was happening
Mm-hmm.
and you couldn't go, we couldn't even fucking order a pizza from Pizza or Domino's or whatever because you had to scan the QR code
Mm-hmm. Oh, for the okay, so
to go into
entrance
any business.
to go into any business, they had a QR code set up that was whether or not you were vaccinated or your risk of having COVID. Like if you, so it didn't really roll out, I think, the way that they wanted it to. It was more like a test run. And I mean, I think it had the capabilities of, for example, I go into the grocery store, I scan. Now they know that I'm in that grocery store. If the next day someone is in that grocery store that had COVID, then they're going to, they can do contact tracing. I think that's what it was supposed to be, but it didn't really. And then they did have it for, like, because they were using it before the vaccine rolled out,
Mm-hmm.
you know, for contact tracing. And that was real Big Brother ish to me. Like you're saying, I didn't like that so much. Um, there's no life in getting that thing, so don't do it. Yes, whatever, because I think it will be clear when it gets to that point. It will be clear. You know, that sucks. Keep cash alive. Yeah, but then who's going to take cash? I mean, what are they going to do with cash? Roll it up and
That's the
smoke
other thing
it?
that pisses me off.
You know what?
That nobody uses cash now. Nobody carries cash.
Even for like $1, you park your motorcycle to go in the grocery store, and some of them are free, but some parking is like 1,000 real, which is like 25 cents. They will take your you can bank transfer 25 cents
Mm-hmm.
for your parking. I mean, there's it's crazy. It's true. So it's like everybody has, pay, and so the banks have their own QR code scan thing so that you can scan, you can transfer the funds by scanning the business's QR code, and then you just put in the amount and your code, and then it transfers. But the bank, the Cambodia, that, like, the National Bank of Cambodia that prints the money and all of that, they actually have a QR code system that merges all the banks. So you can transfer, you don't have to only have an account. Like, there's a bank here called ABA. So if I have an ABA bank, I can transfer to your ABA account. But there's this other system that's the Cambodians use, but everything's in Khmer. So the foreigners don't really use it so much. Are you aware about this?
The KHQ.
Yeah, the KHQR. There's a KH for Cambodia,
Khmer Rio.
Khmer, yeah. And stop shopping at places that don't take cash. Yeah, but I don't have any cash. I totally QR code everything. you know, uh, even like the lady that sells chicken. Maybe I'll get maybe tomorrow morning. No, I don't. I mean, okay, this weekend or something. The next time I get chicken, I'll make a little video of I mean, I did a long time ago. I made some kind of video, but they weren't shorts back then. So I'll make a little short video, and so it's like $2.50, or no, it's $3 for a kilo of chicken, and then I'll usually the lady next to her has okay, so she's got like just a wooden table with all the chicken, raw chicken there, and you can say you want this piece or that piece or whatever. And then there's a lady that sells vegetables next to her, just on like a wooden platform. And so all together, I might spend $5, and I just QR code. Yes, Michael. Do you remember my friend Michael Collins from school? That, I mean, I went to university with. So then in Marina Del Rey, he was staying in the spare bedroom that was going to be Danny's room.
Kind of.
Kind of. Yeah. No, so he's here. Yes,
Hi.
this is James.
Yeah. How are you?
Oh dear God, I had a bad dream about chickens. When I went through the drive-through, they actually picked out the chicken right there. It was horrifying. Oh my gosh, that would be a horrible nightmare. They do that with fish here. So you'll have like a store that sells, like a restaurant that has fish, and I've got these big fish tanks, and you could pick out the fish and they'll cook it right there for you. It's true. So, and then Chalet saying hi to Michael. Yeah, we're just talking, just rambling about nothing, and like end times and everything. What does the LDS church teach about like last days? Obviously, okay, I'll just say this while we're waiting for you to get your thoughts together, that living in Utah, going to school in Utah, the Mormon community is very much about like prepping and having, I mean, it's almost like, when you tithe 10% of your income to a church, it's like you're obligated to store like 3 months of food for in case of any emergency. So I think there's definitely some type. So Michael, let us know like what, if you want, what does the LDS church teach about like last days, end times? Because we're seeing so much, the war with Israel going on, and a lot of fires, a lot of earthquakes, volcanoes, a lot of weather things, and where not just hundreds of people are dying, but thousands of people are dying with each event, and it just seems like they're being more intense and more frequent in the last month. What, James? You're bored?
No. Yeah, but no. I just think that
What?
it's not that it's happening more; it's that more people know about it.
Mm-hmm. That's possible because there's so much more social media and access to information. Can you guys hear James when he speaks? Because I don't know. I mean, he's further away from the microphone than me, and he speaks a little bit quieter. But let me know if you can hear him okay.
Hello.
On Saturday mornings, I do, which is their Friday night, I do karaoke. He's quiet. Okay.
Sorry, I'll try to speak louder if I speak.
Yeah, that's a little louder. Or you can move the chair closer too if you want.
No, it's all
I
right.
can be kind of, I'm kind of all the way over. But yeah, just a lot of stuff. It'll be interesting to see how things unfold with Israel. A lot of what was happening was in Gaza in the south. Now there was some action with Hezbollah in the north, but if I mean, you've all heard of Armageddon. I mean, there was a Hollywood movie called Armageddon, right? Well, that is basically because of the Valley of Megiddo. And the Valley of Megiddo is at the border of Israel and Syria. I can look that up. And so that's where there's supposed to be like a really, really big end times battle. And so then you've got people saying, is are powers that be kind of letting things escalate in order to fulfill that prophecy. You stand with Israel and you want no more. Michael, that's a very complicated question. There is a prophecy that is a precursor to Armageddon or as part of it. I might be wrong here. All the world will be against Israel. Yeah, I think that's I think I've heard that as well. That all the world will be against Israel. Yep. As far as prepping goes, that used to suggest that you have a year's worth of food prepared. And then they said 3 months. And then they said as much as you can for as far as your economics will provide. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes the revelations like unfurl like that. Means you don't want anyone dying. Of course, Chalet. Yeah, I know what you mean. But okay, so let's look really quick at the Valley of Megiddo. I think it's like that. There's some lovely pictures of it. So, 1G, 2Ds. Okay, yeah. Major historical site of Tel Megiddo. Let's see, like a map. This one shows Megiddo, but it's like all old stuff. It doesn't show like the new, like exactly where is Syria. Look at that, Oprah, Jezreel. So where is it? What's this one? There's Megiddo. Oh, there's Lebanon. There's okay. So here's Syria on this side, and the Golan Heights, and the Golan Heights are also very disputed, just like the Gaza Strip. Okay, I thought it was like really right. Well, there's Damascus, and I mean the direction of Damascus, because that's definitely in the. Ooh, I hear. Is that thunder?
There's one.
Oh, another one. Okay, let me look at this. Here's Golan Heights, Syria, Lebanon, the Sea of Galilee, and Nazareth. There's Megiddo. There's the West Bank. Okay, and what's the? Is it here? Do you see it here?
Mm-hmm.
The one you saw before?
Yeah, like that.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like a good one. Oh, Haifa. That's a very big coastal. There. Okay, yeah, and here you can see
what?
the plain of Esdraelon. Megiddo. Okay, so here I'll read what it says here on the bottom. Megiddo was at the crossroads of several ancient invasion and trade routes, indicated in red, in ancient Israel. Megiddo overlooks the plain of Esdraelon, which Bible prophecy indicates will be the gathering place of massive armies just before Christ's second coming. Those armies will fight the returning Jesus Christ near Jerusalem. And they say that there's it will be like rivers of blood. I just remember that. But this gives you a real there's Gaza Strip. That's where all of this, most of this fighting is going on. Golan Heights is also a hot spot with Lebanon and stuff. But they mention Syria in biblical prophecy as well. Let's see what you're saying. They said, "Damn it, we're screwed." Kidding. Do I feel isolated or unsafe? No. For me, I feel safer here than in America, to be honest, because Cambodia went through it. I mean, everybody has its cycles, right? And Cambodia just went through a war and a nasty one. And so people don't want another war. They want peace. And it's really only like outside countries and things like this that try to put pressure on stuff to cause violence. I don't really see a lot of um, Cambodians trying to. I mean, you remember when there was not the elections we just had, but the elections before that. The big election is every 5 years. So like 6 years ago or something,
Mm.
and there were some riots and stuff, but I think there was a lot of instigators involved with that. Um,
Yeah, that was when they were running that "fuck America" speech.
who?
You know what I'm saying?
The
I
prime
remember I was
minister.
sitting at the guest house
Uh-huh.
waiting for Contia over at Soya Mall,
Uh-huh.
and I couldn't understand as much Khmer back then, but it was on the Khmer news, and he was just going. I mean, this was when Trump had just been elected, and he made Cambodia pay back all that.
Oh, they were so
Yeah, so he was pissed.
Yeah.
And he was talking mad shit about Americans and hating on Americans, and I was like, damn, I better not leave this room.
Yeah, because that's true. I mean, if they're people can be swayed easily. That's true. But what happened was that there was um, before the Khmer Rouge took over, there was a leader named Lun Nol that the U.S. I mean, I think it's pretty historical at this point that the U.S. helped overthrow Sihanouk and install Lun Nol to be like a puppet, and so they gave all this aid and weapons and whatever that um, were loans to Lunal. And then, of course, during the Khmer Rouge time, there was like no diplomacy with the U.S. And so then, after the Khmer Rouge was over and kind of diplomacy started up again, the U.S. has always said we want that loan paid back, and they're like, no, that was not a proper government. That you had to deal with like, yeah, no, and so it's been a kind of a contention, and yeah, and Trump was going to be kind of hard lined about it, about no, we're not because I know the ambassador here was actually trying to do some kind of like way to save face for the U.S. that like they could forgive the loan without forgiving the loan because it would be like a barter kind of thing. I don't know. I don't know exactly how the diplomacy worked on it, but he had a plan that in the end result would be forgiving that debt, but it would be done in such a way that it wasn't forgiving the debt, but it was just moving the books around in some way. And Trump, so that was moving forward. And then Trump was like, no. And so then Hun Sen wasn't happy with that. And there was like somebody saying that like, there was corrupt, some people were corrupt. And so they were like banned from entering the US. I think that happened at the same time. Why does Oprah need all of that land? It's always about power and control. Yeah. And the people don't want war. The people never want war. It's always the leaders. We're going to have to do some things that make you go, on karaoke night. All righty. Oprah does have a big butt, but it's not that big. Yeah, it's not Kardashian big, right? She's rambling, James. Nobody cares about all this history, especially Kitty Kitty, who just came here to join us. I'll say hello, Kitty Kitty. Hello. It's Kitty Kitty. Let's stop the screen so you can look big. Here we go. Say hello, Kitty Kitty. This is Kitty Kitty. With all that thunder, I think it might start to rain. We got to get Mango inside. I saw Mango just before we started, and I was like, "Mango, come here!" But he had ran off. I think he went around to like the front door. Okay, go. What? You're done?
Yeah, I think we'll let it down. Bring it back in.
Look, Chalet says that you're a very handsome man.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
Good night. I'm gonna
Okay.
go lay down.
Yeah. Well, actually, the door's locked, so I gotta go unlock the door. So I guess that could be it for tonight. What?
What time do you usually end it?
Oh, I can go. Bonsoir. She's always teasing with like French things because she knows I can't speak French. I mean, I can't really pronounce French very well. Yeah. Well, my mom missed it. There's 3 eyeballs. Is one of them grandma? Is grandma? You gotta say hi. Mom, are you there watching? Because now there's 3 eyeballs. See, James?
No.
But it could just be anybody popping in to say, well, what's this? What's this about? James is here looking. She should have said something by now if she was here. All right. Well, I'm going to go rescue Mango and get him inside before it starts raining. And it was great to see you guys. Have a wonderful evening. I love you all. And see you at the next one. Or don't forget to like. Give me some likes. This feels like it will escalate into something bigger. Israel, especially if yes, especially with Iran. I do think that there's some inklings going on with Iran. I will stay safe, and you too. You too. Wherever you are watching in the world, I wish you peace and safety. Ooh, doesn't the Bible says that? Everyone will be saying peace and safety, but it's just fake. I wish you real peace and real safety from God. So, okay, I love you guys, and I will see you again soon. Bye.